Hey lovely Aquarius, it's Lil here from New Directions Tarot, and I thought I'd just pop in and do a reading. The energies to me at the moment feel like there's a spark in the air. We've had a lot of rain here in the southern hemisphere on the east coast of Australia, so it's not that sort of energy outside, but it seems like, I don't know, there's a real spark in the atmosphere. We have the eclipse seasons arriving soon, and also I'm doing this on a new moon in Virgo, so it's like all systems go, but there's a breath of fresh air. It's crispy. That's all how I can explain it. But anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for your company. Hopefully you'll get something out of the reading. I want to say thank you very much for your subscriptions and your comments and your likes. The community's building, and I'm excited to see how far it goes and how big we can build this. So please join me if you find my content works for you. Okay, all right, so let's get on with the reading and see what's happening. Okay, so I've already shuffled some decks over this way, and we'll see what your energies are, and we'll clarify all of that with the tarot and see what's about. What's the buzz? It seems like there's a buzz. Okay, all right, our current energy, because I'm an Aquarius too, if you didn't know that. Okay, we have community. There we go. Okay, so I do feel like with the community that you've been reaching out more into the community. There is more support for you around with the community. Maybe you've moved and you need to get in touch with this new community that's around. Maybe that's what that's about as well. It's meeting the neighbours and seeing what's around if you've moved recently or you're going to move. Or it's about, as I said, helping out in your community or developing a community like I am on YouTube with you, developing a wonderful community here. So, it could be anything to do with that. But it's about support and it's about helping each other. And, yeah, we're only as strong as our community too. Don't forget that out there. As I said, I cook for the homeless, and I'll absolutely love the working in the community. I love community. It's just so much, and it's just the little things that you can do as well. My son the other day, he said, someone had a flat tire, so he went and helped and things like that. So it's just, doing those nice things. Okay, so that's your current energy at the moment. Your ancestors and your, what is the book? Let me see. I have a mental blank. Ancestors and angels, that's what I was thinking. Ancestors and angels, what's their message? Autumn. Release the old and rest. Okay. Here I was, I'm still getting used to the new cameras and where they are. Anyway, so we have a crow. So the crow's all about wisdom, and autumn's about releasing, letting go of what no longer serves us, shedding the leaves, shedding the skin. It is the year of the snake as well, Aquarius, so don't forget that we are shedding skin. We've been through our autumn here this year in the southern hemisphere, but we're coming into the spring. We're releasing winter, and it has been a horrible winter, really cold. So it's releasing out with the old and resting. So we're resting now just till we get to our spring. And in the northern hemisphere, you would be coming into your autumn and you will be resting. So that will be interesting to see if the energies play with something in the next season, what we're coming into. So we do have eclipses coming up too. So they tend to change, like they're big energies. That's the earth being illuminated at its fullest with the eclipses. So interesting energies as the illumination comes in. What we learn what new stuff, what opens doors for us. So releasing the old. So that's the message from Spirit, is to say to release the old and rest. Okay, so rather than racing forward, I suppose, on our next journey, or as the doors open up, take that time to rest. Okay, that rejuvenation time. Nurture the self a little bit there, Aquarius. Okay, the destiny that's coming towards us is forgiveness. Okay, so there's a big card here on forgiveness. Forgiving ourselves, forgiving what we basically, what we came here to do. In a lot of regards, we've chosen to learn certain things and understand certain things. So we need to forgive ourselves and move on. And that's important, Aquarius, because if you're carrying those burdens and whatever around, or can't release the past, and you just take it with you on the next journey, or you take it with you next week or tomorrow. So don't let the past define your state of being at the moment. It's forgive, move on, and it's not saying that you have to talk to anybody, but it's like forgiveness of the self, because you did come to learn something and experience something. And in that experience, what do you need to understand about that? What's the words of wisdom from that? And take that forward. If you're not unsure of what the lessons were or the understanding, ask Spirit to talk to you and send the messages down. Okay? Alright, so I do have a self-help card here as well, and a colour healing card that we're always going to be looking at. It's just, colour is the easiest way to work. So that's what I do, what I love to incorporate. Okay, so let's have a look and see what autumn means for Aquarius, please. Oh, right, straight off the bat. So we have the four, there we go, rest with the Four of Swords. You can see the cards? Yeah. We have, because there's an Ace of Wands coming in, there's a new opportunity here. That's exciting energy. Ooh, I felt that. New opportunity coming in for you, Aquarius. Okay, something's opening up, and it's asking you. It may not be straight away, because there is a little bit of rest here that's needed. The Four of Swords here is like there is so much wisdom, and the Crow's got a lot of wisdom here to share as well. You may see Crow when you're in your travels, when you're going from to and fro, and even walking outside. Crow might be there, and he'll register with you now. He's one of your secret messages. He's one of your some of your secret language. Understanding our secret language, Crow for me says, there's some wisdom to be learned when I see Crow around. So be aware of what you're thinking, what's going on, what's around you. So it's dream time too. So make sure you're getting enough rest to be able to daydream, and maybe you'll slip off to sleep and you'll have a dream that's has an epiphany or revelation in it, or there's some sort of spiritual guidance coming through as you rest, okay? And you're getting to know yourself more in a deeper level as well. Because when we haven't got that outer noise and the noise of the TV and that sort of stuff, even though we can drift off and drift away, there's something in the stillness. There's so many messages in that stillness, especially if we can quieten the mind. So meditation maybe, and if you can't meditate, as I said, praying is another way of meditation as well. So this opportunity is coming. So it's asking you to rest because it's coming, okay? That's exciting energy, Aquarius, okay? You may, as I said, you may have gone through a big release of letting go of the old home, the old job, the old way of life, and family ties, letting go of that type of thing. And the rest, you've had to rest. Okay, so now this new opportunity is coming towards you. Exciting. Okay, so tell me more about community here, please. All right. We have the Hangman. And we have the Ace of Cups. What beautiful. This is beautiful. So community. Let's talk about community. What's on the bottom of the deck? We have the Three of Wands, which lets me know that this opportunity that's coming here towards you, you're going to take some sort of action on that. Okay? Just, as I said, learning to these cards. So you're going to take some sort of action. You're waiting for some more signs to come through. You've already got sort of like 2 wands up in the air, 2 things, you're playing with some things, you've got some new ideas happening, new opportunities, definitely waiting on some news coming through, and it's coming. You are the captain of the ship. You are waiting now for new energy to come through. This breath of fresh air. I like the Three of Wands because it's movement, and it's looking at what you've already planted and getting a bit of results through. You know, something you're getting results with something, and it has been hard work, but there's been a bit of magic in there as well, because I think you're following your soul direction here as well. To me, that's like you're heading towards your north node here, your destiny. Okay, you can look up with your astrology your north node as well. So that will be interesting. A bit of sparkle as you head towards goals here, and rewards are coming in. So to do with the community here, we have the Hangman. So you've been waiting for quite a while in that rest phase as well with the Hangman. The Hangman lets me know that there is an epiphany, there is a revelation, there is an understanding coming through for you. But you've had to place yourself in that waiting game, because you, as an Aquarius, you need to get things organised in your mind. Okay? We literally do until we analyse it. We're very much like a computer, a processor. We need to process things properly. That's a lot of people don't understand that with Aquarius. I don't think that how we process things being all up in the mental thinking aspects, very much the mental, the swords energy. And it can take a long time. It will take what it takes to process. Okay, so there is something coming through. There is some helpful information that will be enough to help you move forward. Okay, and it's to do with there's support around you with the community. Now, community can be anything. You know, it can be your next door neighbour and the other neighbour, and you've got a community there. It could be your local neighbourhood centre, which that's where I work. And it could be your suburb, you know, working towards your with your city or something like that. Or, as I said, you've moved home and now all of a sudden you've got a new community. But it could be community on social media that you've got that's giving you support here as well, because that's where the opportunity seems to be coming. It's coming from the community, this revelation, this aha moment, and it will offer you an Ace of Cups. Okay, which is a heart's desire. Interesting energy. Something's coming through. Will you take this offer? It's something that you're very passionate about, and it's heartfelt. I'm not saying that you will take it, but the opportunity will be there for you to fill up a cup if you feel like that's something that you need to do. But it will be coming from the community. And as I said, the community is wide open. Your family might be your community. So there's something coming through for you. Very interesting, especially with the Three of Wands here. You've been manifesting, you've been putting it out there and trying to get something happening. Something is going to happen now. Okay, so let's find out what forgiveness is about with Aquarius, please. All right, we have the 5 of Wands for forgiveness. We have the High Priestess, and we have the 2 of... You can see all that? I'm in the way there. Okay. So we have the 5 of Wands, we have the High Priestess, and the 2 of Swords. So there is something with the forgiveness card. We have, maybe that's an eclipse there of some description. So maybe the eclipses will play a little bit of a part here, okay? There is something coming to light. There is, your intuition is going to be sparked up. There is something that messages are going to be coming through. Okay, now there has been a bit of conflict or a bit of change. Five's about energy, taking action. Like the Wands are about taking action and energy and drive. Okay, so that could have been a little bit, you may not have had a lot of that at this time. You're getting worn out. There's been stresses. With the 5 of Wands, it brings in, there's a lot of energy being put out there, but not a lot returned with the 5. So things need to change, you know. You need to start to look after yourself, Aquarius. You need to connect back to yourself here with the 5 of Wands, I'm getting. Okay, there has been quite a bit of, how can I explain that? Been a little conflict. There's been some conflict around you, and not being on the same page with people. So there is change coming. And with that change then comes the forgiveness, because you realise that because you have been so overwhelmed, so busy, the energy has been erratic, that you probably, have been overreactive in some ways. So I would, assume that the conflict, now you're starting to look at it again and you can forgive yourself, because it was just the energy that you're going through at that time, okay? The overwhelmed, the overworked energy that you get when there's changes happening, or you're in charge of your own business, things like that. Okay, so forgive yourself and move on. Put the past behind you. The High Priestess is here to let you know that there's messages coming through. With the 2 of Swords here, it's telling me that there's a choice here, a decision that you need to make. But you don't want to make that decision, because you don't want to see what the choices are. And there is a choice, and there is a resolution here. I think the way out for you, Aquarius, is to feel your way out of it. What feels right, rather than having the blindfold on because you can't make that decision. Feel your way out of it. Does it feel right? Does it make me happy? You might need to do a little bit of analysis. Oh, my phone. Hi Aquarius, I'm back. Sorry, the screen went blank and it meant my phone died, so I had to just charge it. So hopefully it was only a black screen for a little while. Anyway, I'm pretty much through the reading, so I thought, do I just stop and start again? But anyway, we're there now. So hopefully I got it all back organised, because I had to rearrange things. Okay, so I was talking about with this forgiveness card here and the 2 of Swords, I feel that maybe you don't want to look at what went down, what caused the issues and that sort of stuff, and that's understandable. Sometimes things are just too hard to look at. So just feel your way out of it. If it doesn't feel right or feel good, don't continue down that road. But if you feel that things can feel better, just feel if it feels right, just keep going. Okay, so out of all that, on the bottom of the deck I have the Sun card. So there is plenty of sun coming towards you, Aquarius. Okay, as we release the old and move on with the new. Lots of big energies at play up in the skies. As I said, we have lots happening up in the skies for us, and there is eclipses coming towards us as well. So it'll be interesting energies to see how we can transform and manifest and play with the energies to the best of our advantage. Anyway, so let's have a look now at your self-care card. So your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness, your choice. You choose. Okay, so basically it's quite adapt for Aquarius. There is that you can choose to be happy or choose not to be happy. So with whatever circumstances are going on and the change, I can see there's a transition as you release all the old baggage that you've carried, or as you could be unpacking a lot of old baggage, things like that as well. So happiness is a choice. So you can choose to not be happy with where you are at the moment in life, or you can choose to accept it and make it better and move forward. Okay, but the community card is there as well, so make sure that you've got plenty of support as you go through the process. Okay, also color healing, bronze. Here we go. Strengthen your body. So with the Virgo new moon, we're talking better habits, healthier routines. All that adds up to a very ordered, structured life, which Aquarius very much likes too. We like order, we like structure, because we have Saturn in play with us. So strengthening your body is a good thing for Aquarius. Even though we love that when we achieve mentally and over something physically, that's just us. So strengthen your body. Let me read the bronze color, 14. Okay, bronze. Bronze inspires strength, wisdom and love, helping you to get promotions, bringing wealth into your life and attracting the right people in your business. Bronze also aids in successful negotiations, teaching people to trust their instincts. Use bronze to break down destructive emotional patterns, release irrational fears and anxieties, and flush toxic thoughts and feelings out of your body. Allow the bronze rays to bring strength and vitality back to your body. Okay, so bronze, perhaps a bronze ornament or something you could bring, put inside the home, on your dressing table, on your bedside table, that type of thing. Wear a bronze bracelet. Bronze, you could look at some sort of goldy chocolate maybe. There'd be different ways to play with bronze, but it does strengthen your body, and that's something that I think we're all looking at with the Virgo new moon is our bodies and how we respond to routine and how to put the good stuff in, make us healthy, that type of energy. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too long a break there for you. I will go back and check. Hopefully it was only a couple of seconds and I got it really quickly. So the community card. So there is something coming through for the community, from the community, or your community, whatever community means for you, and it's an Ace of Cups coming through. So, you know, it could be a welcome party or something like that, if you've moved home or you're moving home or celebrating with somebody. But there is something coming in that, you know, will make you feel good. Whether you will go on further, it could be meeting somebody, a nice friend, not having a nice relationship, starting with someone as well. That's coming from the community. We do have the hangman there, so you have been patient. You've been very patient hanging there. So the epiphany will come where you will change your something in your perception, and it could come from your dreams as well. So just be aware of that. But there is a new ace of potential here coming through as well. So you've got two aces on the deck. You've got on the table, you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So two aces, two brand new beginnings. So there's certainly been a closure and a release here for you to be able to get to get the two aces. And you have been releasing a lot. I can feel, I know that myself, and I know that as an Aquarian we have been releasing, letting go and moving on and releasing and taking a couple of steps back and then going forward again. So and forgiveness is always a big thing for us, because we very much work on that universal plane of, you know, mankind needs to forgive themselves. Mankind needs to be kind. We do. Okay, all right, on that note, I'm going to catch you later. Be kind to yourself, okay? Ciao for now. Bye.